What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This your boy Nivek, aka Phenom NT316. Like I said earlier and everything, I do plan on going back live. Ended up bringing you guys and stuff to update and stuff regarding what I'm going to be doing going forward as far as the page. But let's get into it. The Netflix trilogy, Fear Street. I ended up watching the first two movies over the weekend. I watched them on Sunday. And like at first, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I wasn't really all that into it when I first started watching it, and so I ended up skimming like the first 10, 15 minutes. Wasn't really into it, but then as the movie ended up progressing, I was like, oh shit, this is fire. This is actually better than some of the movies and stuff that's actually hitting like theaters and where like backed by studios such as like Universal, Paramount, things of that nature and everything. Fear on Jump Street, it's about, make a long story short, sum it up, witchcraft, sorcery, and everything. This woman, she was ended up getting burnt at the stake and everything because she was proclaimed to be a witch and everything. So she ended up putting a curse on the town. Every X amount of years, blood will be spilled because her blood was spilled and everything. She was killed for supposedly being a witch and everything. She was persecuted and stuff by the people of the village. They ended up messing around building a city on top of the land where she was murdered at. Bad idea. Since 1666 it's been going on. Unexplained events, murders, people going crazy and just literally murdering people. The first event, 1994, ended up taking place with the killer was the mask guy. And you got these friends and everything. This one girl, she ended up spilling blood onto the witch's grave and everything. So those spirits ended up seeking her out. Her friends and everything, they did their ultimate best and stuff to try to protect her, to save her, to break the curse and everything. Basically, to no avail. Like there was a decent amount of people that ended up dying during that movie and everything. And a lot of the main cast from the Fear Street 1994 ended up dying off. One person got stabbed up. Actually, there was about two or three people that ended up getting stabbed up. Shing, 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 straight to the chest. One person, they had a little bread cutter. All you see is the head slowly going through it. Chopped up brains. One guy ended up getting an axe to the head, and the person that they was trying to save ended up getting possessed by the witch. Shit was crazy. There was no happy ending and stuff to the end. But come to find out towards the end of the movie and everything, there was a survivor from the massacre of 1978 at the camp. C. Berlin or something like that. So part two picks up with the events of what happened during the camp. And there was this one specific kid, actually, and let me get start with the nurse and everything. There was a nurse. She had been tracking ways and stuff to break the curse and stuff for years. She ended up going crazy and stuff. Understandable and stuff due to the situation. So, all right, cool. Good night, Elijah. So, all right, cool. Time ended up going by and everything. They ended up. I lost my train of thought. I got interrupted and everything. My little man ended up coming out. So, all right, cool. Time goes a little bit by and stuff with the camp and everything. The nurse ends up getting deemed as being psychotic and everything, gets shipped away. The guy that she ended up attacking goes on a mass murder spree. He ends up getting possessed and bodies galore everywhere. Two sisters. They try to protect each other throughout the whole entire movie and everything. One survives, one doesn't. The one who survives ends up taking on the sister's place. Part three drops tomorrow, the beginning of it all. Fear on Jump Street, well, Fear Street. 1666. That drops tomorrow on Netflix. Gotta tune in because it's the trilogy. It's the end, the be gone of everything. It's where it ends. If you haven't already checked out these movies, these trilogies, you definitely got to do so. I enjoyed them. I'm almost positive that you will enjoy them too. Um, I do plan on bringing you guys a little bit of gameplay here shortly. I'm gonna end up picking up where I left off on Final Fantasy 15. I'll bring you that Black Widow review on Saturday. That way, it's been at least a full week. And to be honest, I want to watch the whole movie over and over again for the simple fact I didn't pay attention to the whole movie. So there were certain spots that I ended up missing out on. But I do plan on dropping a Black Widow review on Saturday. There will be spoilers. So if you're not trying to hear or see the spoilers, don't tune in. I'm warning you now. Anyway, going to be going live with Final Fantasy 15 here shortly. Tune in.